Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. So this listener sends his condolences. I'm not going to read it out because it's not, but thank you. I appreciate it. So he says, I'm looking for some advice. My 64-year-old dad has turned up looking for me. I haven't seen him since I was a kid. He has another family and moved away with them years ago when I was 7 years old, and I haven't seen him since. He is fresh out of jail, which I discovered he has been since 2017, and has come to my local town to reconcile with me and my mum. I just don't buy it. He left his family from before and all of a sudden wants to get to know us. My mum has fallen for it hook, line, and sinker, and I'm more skeptical. How do I get through to my mum that he's just a waster and didn't care for the last 20 years before he went to jail? To top things off, he's very cagey around why he went inside, so I wonder if there's a way I could find out what he's done by myself. Please keep me anonymous.
Fucking insane.
Can you Google search, like, prison sentencing?
I'm pretty sure you can search, if it was like a famous case, I'm pretty sure there would be like, if you search the person's name, it will come up as like a news article, because I think most stuff that goes to court ends up in a news article, even if it's a local paper. But even then, I would just straight up fucking just call up the other family that he's been living with for all them years and just be like, do you know why so-and-so's fucking been in prison? Because the only thing I'm thinking is if he's cagey about it is he was nonsense for some reason.
See, it says here, as a general rule, you cannot check someone's criminal background other than your own unless you are a prosecuting employer. However, there are two key exceptions if you want to check if the individual poses a risk to children.
Yeah.
So you could, yeah.
So,
but then
they'll be on the sex register.
Yeah. But then there's websites here that's like UK criminal record search. Like, yeah, you can put in their name. It says find. It's called Find My Past. Shall I put my name in?
Come up with like serial killer.
No records found. Do you know their date of birth? Yes, I do know. Funny enough. What town? Oh, fucking hell. I'm going a bit deep in now. If it come up with me and it's fucking... That'd scare the fuck out of me. It wants me to log in. But yeah. Oh, wait. You must have some.
No, I don't.
You've been arrested loads of times.
I've always been cautioned. I've never actually been charged.
Oh, yeah. No records found. I don't know anyone that's been... that I can sort of test this out on.
Because my workplace wouldn't let me in, because I got criminal record checked.
Oh, of course, yeah. That's a shame I can't check that for.
I remember when they redid it. They redid it a couple of years ago, and there was a lad that had a fight in a bar while he was working in our place, and he was like, "Mate,
oh, really?
My assault charge is going to come up." I was like, "Did you actually go to prison?" He was like, "No." I was like, "It's probably going to just come up as a fucking warning."
Caution, yeah.
And he was like, "Oh man, I spent 2 days in jail, man. I spent 2 days in jail." I said, "That's because they were just trying to find a way to prosecute you, you fucking idiot. You end up paying like £400 fine for it or something, and I had a caution."
Jesus Christ. Fuck that. Yeah, I don't like... To me, if it's... Because obviously I haven't got very good connection with my dad.
That's insane though, isn't it? Because like, if he hasn't spoke to the guy in like 20... So he had 20 years plus the sentence, which it was like 8 years, did he say? Or 7 years? 27 years he hasn't spoke to him. Then all of a sudden he's trying it on with his mum.
Well, I think he's just trying to getting. Yeah, I don't know if he's actually trying to get back with her, but he's trying to get back in the life.
which I just think is fucking mental.
Yeah, that's to me that just doesn't. It's like I
Doesn't
know when
sit
people
right.
go to prison, a lot of people like find God and they want to get
Become
forgiven
remorseful.
for. Yeah, but yeah, that, to me that seems a bit sort of like, well, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you
Is it?
want? And for me, I would bring into question massively as well. Why is this geezer not with the family that he was with before? Why do
Yeah,
they not want to be around him?
I bet
Do you
they
know what
were
I mean?
involved in somehow, like so they did something together. But like for me, I would just be like, let's go out for a coffee, just me and my dad,
Yeah,
and I'll be like, this is your time right now. Like this is what I'm giving you, and I'm asking you questions, and I want answers. And if you dodge them, or you're not interested, or you don't want to answer them, then we're done
yeah,
because I'm not having it anymore. Because you're an adult now, right? You're not a
hmm
kid that he's abandoned and stuff like that. You got your own person.
yeah,
You know, I know you're trying to protect your mum and stuff like that, but obviously, what he answers, he answers. So you can just say like, and then just ask him. And if he's shady or anything, I'd be like, then I'm done with you. Don't I haven't
yeah,
needed you then. I don't need you now. And if you're not going to be truthful, then you can just fuck off.
yeah. It's hard. It's hard for me to visualize because obviously my parents are together, and I've never been in a situation like that. But
Mm.
I would be this guy. I think is very right for being skeptical,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and I think your way of thinking about it is very diplomatic. But I would do what you're. I would do. I agree with you. I would do what you're doing, but I would also find a way to find out for yourself as well what's going
Yeah. I
on.
don't know how you would. If you knew his family, you could contact them yourself, be like a little
Yeah,
private investigator, or like if you knew the prison that he was in, maybe you could call them and they'll give you like a
some
slight.
sort of details.
Yeah. Or I would just be googling the fuck out of his name, like
Oh, mate.
you know what I
Oh,
mean,
because like
web search and everything.
if I think if it was like something like to do, if it was like 8 years is a long time, it's not a
Yeah.
bad enough crime like killing someone, but it could have been something like manslaughter, dangerous
Mm.
driving, uh, conspiracy to murder. It could be. I think what kind of ruled out the fact that it was not because I know fucking nonsense and that only get small sentences
Yeah.
unless he done something really bad. But there's a reason that he's gone all of a sudden to his old hometown and not back with the family that he was living with, that he has other kids with. There's a reason that he's not gone back to them people, and you need to find out why. And I would speak to him in a diplomatic way and say, like, this is your opportunity. But on a sidebar, I would also do my own research into what's going on with him.
So I just had a quick search in the UK for like what would give you that time frame in prison,
Yeah.
and it gave you 7. So I think this must be American because it says a minimum 7-year sentence applies to a Class A drug trafficking offence in the case of an adult where there has been 2 previous separate convictions of a Class A drug.
Okay.
So it's like a drug related time frame.
Yeah, I never even thought about drugs. That could be a good one, actually.
Man
GBH and
gets
stuff, I think, is normally a 5 or 6 year sentence, so that could be 7.
man gets 8 years for raping a child. I don't think it's going to be that. Like that's
You would hope not. You would hope
no,
not.
no, no. I don't think it's going to be that.
But there's a reason that he's not going back to that other family. He could have something could have happened there.
Yeah, it could have been like abusive or something to the
Could have
woman
been
or
domestic
anything.
abuse. Beat the
We're
ex
just filling
missus
this
up.
guy's heads with fucking.
Yeah,
Like none of
well,
this is
yeah.
helpful for his mental health. We're just like,
Oh,
I wonder what
definitely
it
not.
is.
If it was me, I'd be so if like I'd be like, why are you being cagey about it? That would like really throw me
Yeah,
because that's like a
yeah,
whole
for
other
sure.
element other than the fact that he hasn't seen him in so many years. That's like another element of like distrust, isn't it?
Yeah.
Straight off the
Oh
bat.
yeah, yeah. I look. Don't get me wrong. Like people go to prison for the
All
strangest
kinds of
things, and when
stuff.
they, yeah, yeah, and not necessarily it's all as vulgar as like child or
Mm.
anything like that. People do end up in prison, and it does help them. Yeah, I mean, it's not a system. I mean, it is broken, of course it is, but I mean, it does help some
Some
people.
people do get rehabilitated.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm not saying to you like discard this guy who's trying to reconcile with you because he may need that chance and he generally wants it.
yeah,
But like, because I've got such a strained relationship with my dad. If he came up to Scotland and was like, "I want to make things right," that's what I would do. I'd be like,
yeah.
"Right, we'll go out for a coffee. Then you've got that time to actually tell me the truth and not
Hmm.
treat me like a fucking arsehole like you always do.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you questions and I want honest answers and I don't want you to lecture me or anything like that. And then I'll decide at the end
How it's going to
whether,
go.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like even then, like we'll have this conversation. If I'm happy that he's treated me with a bit of respect and stuff like that, that's just the beginning, right?
Hmm.
I'm
It
not
has
just
to
then
be
gone,
consistent.
yeah, yeah. I'm not then just going, okay, I was forgiven. I'm like, okay, I'm now going to give you a chance then, and then
Hmm.
that's when you
Yeah.
like do things together and like, you know what I mean, go out and
Yeah.
stuff like that, have a couple pints and stuff like that, like, and it was because it's not a people think they can come back, oh, just because you're like, I'm your dad, and you're like, and
Yeah. It has to be. You have to be cautious around it. Otherwise, you're just going to fall. Like with the guy's mum, if she's falling hook, line, and sinker with this guy, she's going to get really hurt if he eventually just does what he probably will do and fucks off again. Do you know what I mean?
hmm. Yeah,
And
because if I'm thinking from her point of view, maybe when they broke up, she still loved him, and now that
yeah,
he's come back, it's all those feelings, right, that have come
they've
back,
all
and
come
she's like,
flooding
oh,
back.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a second chance with him, blah blah blah. But you never know. Like, have a word with her. Maybe she is like inside. She's like keeping but she's like showing it a different way.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. I think there's a certain level of caution that you need to put around it, and I think obviously each person's different. But from my point of view, I would need to be 100% on what's going on with him and his intentions before
Yeah,
I was to pursue anything.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah, I want to know what he's done in jail as well. Like, it's not a
yeah,
nice
like
subject.
that's like that would be a black cloud hanging over the whole situation until you
Yeah,
know for sure.
yeah, absolutely. And then,
Mm.
but like I said, if it is a sex offender thing, there's a list that they get put on. Especially well in the UK, I don't know if it's the same in America.
Yeah, I never thought about that. The sex offender register is open to the public, so you can that could be a first point of call, and then that would be a bit of relief if he's not on that.
Yeah. Oh
Then
yeah,
at
yeah, for
least
sure.
you know it's not something that's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Do you know
But
what I
then
mean?
if he's like in there for domestic abuse and you don't want him near
Your
your
mum,
mum,
yeah,
yeah, it's hard. It is hard. I don't
it
like I
is,
said, but I don't think you should close him off completely. I think you should give him a chance, but he needs to answer some questions.
yeah, big time.
You know what I mean, and it's
I
got to
would, I
just
would
be
say the
like
ball's
you two.
in this guy's court, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You can hold all the cards, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't do it like round your mum. It needs to just be you two because
mm.
people just escalate things, right?
Yeah,
Like, oh, don't ask him that and stuff like that. But for you and your mental health, you need to ask the questions you need to ask.
yeah, of course, yeah,
You know what I mean? Whether he doesn't like it or, you know what I mean, makes him uncomfortable, whatever, that's the only way you're going to move forward if he gives you the answers.
yeah, definitely.
So, you know what I mean? I don't think my dad. Well, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I just wish he didn't come back because it was so much better before. And then I remember I was at home. Mum was out with my nan, and he was
Yeah,
out in Wardown Park on his bike.
mm.
Just bumped into mum and my nan, and she was like, "Are you going to see your son then?" This was like 5-6 years after he'd gone, and he was like, "If he wants to see me," and then mum asked me, and I was like, "Yeah," because I was like, "Oh, I've got a dad again."
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
naive dick face,
Jump
and
straight
that's
into it.
yeah, and that was the start of my separation anxiety and dad issues and
Well, of course it is, man. Like there's like it's like a thing. It's like a form of rejection, isn't it?
yeah,
Almost, and it's like you're trying to deal with that. Like a lot of my friends growing up didn't have their dads around, and they was sensitive over that subject when it used to come up. When if someone would say something, it's never a subject that you would talk about in a joking way. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was
Oh, yeah.
always you just didn't really talk about it.
I can't watch anything with like a dad figure in.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I remember watching you seen the film Sing with the animals?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit where the guy that played the Kingsman, he's the gorilla, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing the thing and his dad breaks out of prison and is like charging across to tell him how proud he is. I was fucking bawling like a little girl. And he's like, I'm so proud of you. And I was like, Dad! Like fucking
Or like Jack Frost, that's like a heavy dad element.
oh mate, nah, Jack Frost is that's it. I can't fucking
Yeah.
I skip the end. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh man.
That's it. I can't do it. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. All of them, like Lion King, anything that's got as if any dad in a film that says "I'm proud of you, son," I have to leave. I can't handle it because he's never like fucking such a dickhead. I'm gonna stop getting angry.
You just have to watch fucking Spider-Man and Batman all the time. That's all you can watch because there's no parents about.
No, everyone loves a good fucking. He's a good dad moment as well. I'm just like, fuck off.
I think that's like a common storyline. And another thing that happens, and I never noticed until I got a dog, that a consistent background noise in every scene on every movie, and once you've noticed it, it's hard to not notice, is fucking dogs barking. And Rocco used to react to it. Now he's finally given up on reacting to it. But we'd be watching like some movie and like it's in the 1950s. There's no reason for a dog to bark or a dog to be in a scene. All of a sudden there's a dog and it's barking its fucking head off.
It's just atmosphere sounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, if there's a dog, it must be real life.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, I wonder what it's like watching this stuff without all the extra background noise, because you never think about it until you clock it because the dog's barking at it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's fucking brilliant. Oh, fucking hell, I look like I'm Batman. Not all the lights gone. I feel like a villain. If I still had my cat, I'd be like Dr. Evil.